All right, I'm John Trishler for Ray Skillman Ford, and we are going to do a side-by-side comparison of the 2016 Roush Stage 3 and the 2016 Shelby GT350. So let's take a look at these two cars. All right, so you'll see from the outside on the GT350, the GT350 has a unique hood. It has a heat extractor here to draw hot air out of the engine bay. You've got a different front fascia than the standard Mustang line as well, which has some big inlets there for cooling. And we go down the side, you'll see a multi-spoke wheel. You've got Brembo 6-piston calipers and drilled rotors in this case. So we go down the side, you're going to see the side vent here in the front fender. The rockers, which are a little different design. It's a molded ABS, but it's got almost a carbon fiber look to it. And as we go to the back here, you'll see the flush spoiler. You go to the back of the car, you're going to see the quad exhaust system. All right, so now on the Roush car, let's look at some of the comparisons and similarities and differences between it. You'll see the front fascia on this is also completely different than the regular Mustangs. You've got some bigger air openings in there to draw more air into the engine bay as well. Roush moves the fog lights, which are missing on the GT350 here, to the lower center of the car. You've got some air diffusers here that direct air around the front wheels and tires, very similar to the way that the GT350 does that here in the bottom right and left sides of the front fascia. On our hood, you'll notice you also have heat extractors in the Roush car. There are just two of them and off to the side, and then the hood has the Roush hood scoop in it. Now as we go along the sides, you don't have the front vent in the fender. You've got the standard Mustang fender, but you do have the side scoops, which are cosmetic on the Stage 3. The quarter window scoop is also an option on the Stage 3. All right, on your graphics, the Roush graphics aren't the dual racing stripes. They're a little different style. You've got the hood graphic here in the middle of the hood scoop, and then you've either got the hockey stripe style on the side, or you can do the dual slash, which is essentially the hockey stripe just cut off. So you've got an option at either of those graphics and several colors to choose from, just like the GT350, where you have several colors to choose from on your dual stripes. All right, so here as we take a look at the front of a Roush Stage 3 with the GT Performance package, you also get the 6-piston front calipers. The main difference is just going to be the lack of the drilled rotors, which come on the GT350 for excessive cooling when used in track environment. As we come to the back of the car, you'll notice you also have a rear wing on the Roush Stage 3 model. It just extends out the back a little bit. Stage 3 has the Roush lettering here in the back of the deck lid panel. You also have the quad exhaust system down below here on the GT350. You have the black deck out panel with the Shelby snake in it and the GT350 logo, the flush mount spoiler, and the quad exhaust system as well. The GT350 comes with the multi-spoke black wheels. The Roush Stage 3 also comes with 20-inch wheels. You can choose from the polished, which gives you the chrome look with the clear coating, or the silver, Quicksilver Roush 5-spoke wheels. All right, so here we are on the inside of the car. You'll notice you've got the door panels, and they have a suede insert. And in the seats, they're leather on the outside with the suede in the middle. Now, let's talk a little bit about the interior and the seats. There are a couple of options here that you're going to have. You're going to pick from one of two major packages. Either the technology or the electronics package or the track package. The track package is track specific. You're going to have the Recaro seats. You're not going to have the heated seats or the cooled seats or the climate controls, the navigation. You're not going to have any of that stuff with the track package. It's pretty much track specific. And then the electronics package or technology package, you're going to have the electronics. You're going to have the touchscreen nav. You're going to have these bucket seats here with the suede inserts in the middle. You're going to have heated seats, cooled seats, the climate controls, all the amenities that you'd normally have in a premium performance sports car. You're going to have all that in this particular package. So that's the package that this particular car is equipped with. As we take a look at the inside of the Roush Stage 3, you'll notice Roush also upgrades your interior with the optional Roush Premium interior. You've got the suede inserts, leather outside, suede inserts, red stitching or gray stitching. And as you take a look further inside, you also have the active exhaust system. However, the active exhaust on the Roush car is just a little bit different than the GT350. Whereas you have the quiet, you have the loud, the track mode, you have an in-between where the baffles are going to open and close under load, and you've got custom where you can actually hook up an iPad, an iPod, or a tablet and actually manually control and change those settings via Bluetooth. So that's a little bit more unique as far as that goes. Your mode switches for your track mode, steering feel, you've got all that stuff as well in the Stage 3. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start this car with the exhaust in the quiet mode, I think, and we'll flip it to the loud mode. I think it's probably in quiet right now. So go ahead, Max. All right. And then that's the active on. So go ahead and rev it. All right, now turn it to quiet. All right, so that's the difference with the flip on the active exhaust. So you've got two settings, on or off.
All right, so you've got 5 different drive modes. Normal, sport, weather for if you're gonna drive this thing through snow or if it's raining. Track, which will disable your traction control and other aids. Then you've got a drag strip mode as well. So that's pretty intuitive. So the other buttons, the steering wheel feel, and you've got 3 options: normal, sport, and comfort. Normal is going to be in between sport and comfort, obviously. Sport, the steering wheel is going to feel very tight and responsive. Comfort's more for your highway drives, to where the steering wheel is going to feel lax and loose.
All right, so on this car, we also have the active exhaust. We're going to go ahead and go through that setting here real quick and start the car. So I'm going to step back here. This is in the standard mode. All right. Go ahead. All right, rev them both ways. And the other. Very similar. All right, now we'll go into some of the other features here on the driving modes and the steering feel. The switches I showed you there were right there in the dash, so we'll go ahead and flip through those real fast on the dash. So instead of the steering wheel feel being on the actual steering wheel, it's down here as one of these switches. So same thing here: normal, sport, and comfort. Then your driving modes are down here. So you have 4. You have normal, sport plus, track, and snow wet. So very similar to the GT350, just no drag strip mode. All right, and on the interior, with the premium content, you're gonna have the same basic equipment that the GT350 would have with their electronics package, which is gonna have the touchscreen, the navigation's available, the climate control, the heated seats, the cooled seats, and all those things. As you'll notice also, one unique thing about the Roush Stage 3, with a supercharged car making 700 horsepower, you can still get these cars in the automatic transmission. So they do come optional with the automatic or the manual transmission. And the interior you can get with the Ford seats, the Roush interior, or the Recaro seats. So just like the GT350, you can get the Recaro interior as well. This is the manual transmission in this model. So you can see with the shifter, you get the unique Roush shifter ball in black or white. Again, you have the same push button start, the heated cooled seats, boost gauge, oil pressure, and so on, just like the GT350. The Roush Stage 3s also come with the Roush door sill plates here that light up and say Roush on them. All right, so the significant differences in engines or power plants between these two models. The Stage 3 utilizes the 5-liter engine with a Roush 2.3-liter TVS supercharger. The Roush Stage 3 is rated to make 670 horsepower, but we dyno tested it independently. We actually got about 697 horsepower out of this power plant. With the Phase 2 package that's coming out from Roush, you can actually upgrade this to an output of a 727 horsepower rating. We estimate that's probably going to be a little higher than that as well, but you're looking at a rated 727 horsepower with the Phase 2 package. So this is the Roush supercharged 5-liter V8. All right, this is the GT350 5.2-liter engine, naturally aspirated power plant. This engine makes 526 horsepower. It's naturally aspirated, and of course it is more used for long duration road course track type driving. The GT350 comes with an open air box. The Phase 2 upgrade on the Roush kit would upgrade you to that, to the 727 horsepower rating. All right, so as you can see, the Shelby GT350 has a lot of performance unique features. The Stage 3 also has a lot of performance unique features. We can get you either of these cars. It really comes down to what you're planning to do with the car or what you want the car to do. The Roush Stage 3, one thing I didn't touch on here earlier on the two vehicles, they both have a unique suspension system under them. The GT350 has an adjustable damper system for its suspension. It pulls a 0.98 G on the skid pad. The Stage 3 comes standard with a single coilover suspension system, and that pulls up to a 1.07 G on the skid pad. The GT350R version pulls a 1.1 G on the skid pad, and the 3-way adjustable coilover suspension system option for the track version of the Stage 3 can pull in that area as well. So handling, both cars are going to be great handling cars. Performance, you've got a supercharged power plant that's a 5-liter engine rated 670 horsepower making 697. You've got a naturally aspirated unique 5.2 flat plane crank that revs up to 8,000 RPMs making 526 horsepower. And from the Stage 3 standpoint, you can get them with a manual or an automatic transmission. The Stage 3 comes with the 6-piston Brembo brakes in the front if you get the track package. The GT350 also comes with the 6-piston brakes as well as drilled rotors. So again, it just depends on what you're looking to do with the car. The Stage 3 is going to be more your everyday, drive it around, go to the track, go home, whatever car. Your GT350 is more your track-oriented car, but with the electronics package, you're going to get those amenities as well. Price-wise, both cars are going to be somewhere in the same area. The market pricing on the GT350 is somewhere in the mid-60s. With the electronics package, the Stage 3 is also in the mid-60s. So really the choice is yours. Call us, ask us any questions that you may have. We're here to help. If you're in the market for a GT350, a Stage 3 or any other performance vehicle, that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. 317-885-8147. I'm John Trischler for Ray Skillman Ford.